Let's see when I'm on. Why is it starting? We're not sure if we're starting. Yay!
Yay, it's on.
I think it's going. All right. So, hi everyone. I'm Cammie.
I'm Ashley Walmer.
And we're here today because it's first of all, it's the beginning of the month, and we try to come together at the beginning of the month, as you know, to give you some tips and tricks to build your business. Obviously, we blitz, we wrap, and we repeat. And we follow the steps to success. And so nothing we're going to tell you today is going to deviate from that. And as a matter of fact, if you have not done your training academy yet, you need to get inside your eSuite right now and start doing your training academy. First and foremost, that's the foundation of your business, okay? So get that done, get that taken care of. But what we want to talk to you about today is, what is it? You told me. What did you want to do?
What to say to people when they first get started. I feel like one of the biggest challenges is you get started and you don't know what to say. You don't know what to say when you're talking to people on the phone, in person, text message, any of that stuff. So start your hundreds list. What I tell people is I want you to write down the first 30 people that you can think of right away. And then specifically highlight maybe those 10 people that you want to be in business with. If you were starting a restaurant or anything like that, who would you handpick to do that with you? Who do you respect the most? Who do you trust the most? Who do you want to be in business with who would you want to be in business with if you could do anything with anyone?
Well, and I'm pulling up my notes right now, because when I sign up a new distributor, I say, one of the things I want you to do right away is make a list of 30 people. Do not pre-qualify anybody. And a lot of times some of us will go, I don't even know 30 people. Well, either open up your Facebook or open up your cell phone and start writing down maybe the most recent 30 people you sent messages to. And then I want you to put a star by the 10 top people that you would love to do business with. And I want you to think about business. I think sometimes we're thinking about customers, like who would want to use this product. Number one, we have no idea. And until we start talking to people, we're not going to know. And don't pre-qualify anybody. Sometimes we just think about who will be a customer, and that might be your next rock star. So we want you to put a star by 10 of the top people you want to talk to first. But then we don't want you to start talking to them.
No, I say don't you dare talk to anybody unless you talk to Cammie and I first. Just because I know when I first got started, I was saying way too much. And I was like, oh, I know how to talk to people. I'm just going to send this message. And Cammie looked at my message. She's like, you did not send that. I was like, yes, I did.
Well, and what's sometimes one of our biggest fears joining a business like this? We don't want to be spammy. We don't want to push people away. And I think sometimes we are either way too excited and we just puke all over people. We want them to know everything we know. Maybe it makes us think we're more intelligent that way. But in reality, as much as we want to help you formulate some ways to initiate conversation and talk to people about what you just started, that isn't because we're trying to script you. It's because we're trying to mentor you and coach you. So allow us to do that. And if you're watching this video and we're not your sponsors or line of leadership, reach out to your person and allow them to help you reach out to people. Because I'm telling you this, number one, it's a lot simpler than you make it. And number two, don't sound like a robot. Be real. Be who you are. I mean, if you reach out to people on a regular basis and say, hey, girl, then when you reach out to them about this business, say, hey, girl, I just started a new business. I'm super excited. But anyway, so let's just say you can't wait. Maybe it's midnight and Ashley's sleeping or just whatever reason you can't help yourself. What is something that, because I know for me, one of the safest ways you can reach out to people would be to take your own personal before and after pictures, or somebody that you've wrapped or you know of, or just one you've seen that you love, and just text a picture that simply says, hey, I am curious, have you heard of that crazy wrap thing? Or have you heard of the It Works wrap? One or the other. That is the most generic.
Yeah.
You're not going to burn any bridges. You're not going to hurt anything if you send that. So if you just can't wait and you want to message every single one of those 30 people, then keep it really simple and say, have you heard of that crazy wrap thing? Or have you heard of the It Works wrap? And send a before and after picture.
And send just that, nothing else.
And don't change it.
Yeah.
Don't say, I just started. I'm so excited. Here's a video. Oh my gosh, wait till you hear this. No, just that.
Just that. And then wait. Okay, so Cammie, what would you say if you just sign up and you're talking to somebody in person, or you call somebody and say, okay, I'm going to call my top 5 people off that list? What should somebody say right away when they pick up the phone, or if they're in person with one of their people that they want on their team?
Okay, one of two things. Number one, if you're calling them, again, same thing. I'm just calling because I'm curious. Have you heard of that crazy wrap thing? But if you haven't talked to that person in a really long time, I might even preface it with something like, okay, I'm sure this is a blast from your past, or I'm sure you're thinking, what is she calling me for? But then just be straight to the point. Don't beat around the bush and don't seem weird about it.
Right.
Because then it is weird. I mean, just say, I'm really excited. I started a new business and I'm curious. Have you ever heard of the It Works wrap? Have you ever tried the It Works wrap? If you ask them if they've heard of it and they say yes, say, have you tried it? And most of the time they haven't.
I know. So I just got started in this 3.5 months ago. And so my first couple phone calls to my first couple best friends and my family was, oh my gosh, seriously, when can we get together? I have my hands on something. I need to talk to you about it. Like, when can we get together? And of course they're going to be like, what is it? What is it? Have you ever heard of that crazy rap thing? And they all had. So I didn't even need to say that. It was, Mike and I just got started with It Works. We need to sit down and talk. We have literally the opportunity of a lifetime. Before you say no, just hear me out. Do your due diligence. Don't say yes or no. Just when can we get together? And that was what I said to my sister. That's what I said to my brother. That's what I said to my 2 best friends. And then I made the appointment. I didn't sit on the phone with them and talk to them for 20 minutes about the wrap and the greens and the party pack. Like, I just tried to book an appointment because it's when you sit down with them that you're going to go through all that stuff. So that's what I did. And that worked really well for me.
And I think if you can sit down with them, that's the best way to go. Because number one, we can put the wrap on them. How many of you even may say, yeah, I've seen it. I'm just so skeptical about it. There's no way that could work. Well, you should let me wrap you, period. You should let me wrap you. No, I don't believe it. Well, why won't you let me wrap you? It's only $25. You should let me wrap you. Don't do it for free. This is not, it's part of a treatment. You don't go to the nearest salon and say, I'd like a sample haircut today, because I don't believe you can cut hair.
Right.
So I really want to encourage you, like Ashley said, to get in front of the person or to get in front of the person, put the wrap on them. And then while they're wrapping, that's when we can do a number of things. And so all we want you to know today is we want to help you. We want to be there with you when you get started. You are in business for yourself. You are not in business by yourself. You did not choose your sponsor by accident. Ashley did not choose to sign up with me because she didn't want me to mentor and coach her. So allow your sponsor to coach and mentor you. And if they're not being a good sponsor, then reach up and allow them to coach and mentor you. And I promise you, there's tons of ways in which you can be coached and mentored by almost anybody in this company, even if they didn't sign you up. So, allow them to do why you signed up with them to do. Now, what about for someone who wants to I started a new business and I should tell somebody on social media, because we should use social media.
Right, absolutely.
But I don't want them to throw up on social media.
So first of all, I think what's super important is you need to get announced. So you need to let your sponsor do that. And if they're busy and they're working the next 2 nights, then have Cammie or I do it. Or you're somebody, if you're not in our line of sponsorship, reach out to somebody who you know is, because it's not you going on your Facebook saying, I just started this new business. It's so amazing. I loved it when Cammie did that for me, and I love doing that for my team because it just announces them. You say a couple quick things about that person, and it kind of lets their following know that this is what they're doing. So I think that that's the first post that should be done, is some sort of an announcement by somebody else other than you. Then maybe a day later, or if say it's in the morning and you're all over Facebook and you want to do like a 4 or 5 o'clock post or whatever later, say, I don't know, this is where I'm curious to hear from you, because I think I would say something like, I don't know. Melissa Denslow would know what to say with emojis.
Yeah, she sure would. A couple things. I want to reiterate what she said. If your sponsor hasn't announced you on Facebook yet, number one, make sure you guys are friends on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. But second of all, just send them a picture that you want highlighted, because that's the other thing. Sometimes I slow down because I'm like, what picture would they want? Or send me a picture, and I'm waiting for them to send me a picture. So make sure you're friends, and just gently remind them, say, will you announce that I opened a new business, please? Because it does look really good coming from your sponsor. But I would say a little later, what I want you guys to know is Facebook is not an advertising commercial billboard. It's a
highlight reel.
Well, and it's a connection marketing. So your goal is to pull people in, draw people in. So maybe something as simple as, I am just so excited about my new business and I can't wait to tell my friends and family, or to have my rep party come check it out, or look at my results.
Yeah.
I absolutely love. Or maybe you say, I am so excited about my new business. This is my favorite product of theirs so far.
Yeah.
And you just share your favorite product. Because some people might know about It Works. They might have heard of it, and all they know is what they see on Facebook, which is not a lot, right? And so they need to hear from you why you joined, and something like, this is my favorite product, or I cannot wait to be a stay-home mommy, or we're going on vacation as soon as we earn our first $2,000. Something like that, that just shows why you chose this vehicle. I think people need to understand more than they need to be educated on a product.
on the product.
Or the business model, you know. Everybody needs to do network marketing. Residual income is awesome. Like, they don't need to hear that. They need to know why you're doing it, because they're who you are who they care about. And all day long, I believe people buy people, not products. And while we have an amazing product, it's you that is promoting it, that's why they're interested. It's not because of really anything else, and it's not because of your sponsor. So I think, was there anything else we wanted to cover in this segment?
Well, I think the only other thing is just what to text to people, and we did that at the very beginning. You said the most generic text you can text out to anybody if you are. So those, remember, your first 30 people, your first 10 people, if you're not calling them or seeing them in person, just a generic text of, hey, have you ever heard of that crazy rat thing? I think you cannot go wrong with that, as long as you don't change it and just hit send.
And when you get a response, screenshot the response, text it to your sponsor, and allow us to tell you exactly what to say next. Okay. And again, you may not understand why we're saying this, but just trust us and we'll help you with that. And again, Facebook Messenger, email, or text could all be that. Have you heard of that crazy rap thing with a before and after? So keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Don't puke all over them. And I think the one last thing I wanted to add was, oh goodness, what was it? Oh, if you haven't already and you're watching this video and you're signed up, get with the person that signed you up and get your party on the calendar. And remember, you don't even have to call a party. I don't care. It could be a workshop. It can be just a little coffee time or wine time, but get something on your calendar. Even if only 2 or 3 people show up, if one person shows up, that's a huge win. So get that on your calendar immediately. And again, whether we can be there or not, you still need to do this. So that's it. That's all I got. All right. Thank you. Guys.